Good day, people of YouTubes, and welcome to a mini Metro update video. And this is a challenge where I have to basically only use one tunnel and deliver 1,000 passengers. If you've not seen this game before, this is a simple little puzzle game, which I enjoy, and, you know, it's just a simple little thing. Also, this is probably the best map possible for a do not use one tunnel line. Everything's above the river Thames in London, which means this is going to work out brilliantly for us. So, main reason for the update at this stage is that I have a lot of time off, and I'm basically off until the 2nd of January at this point, and so therefore I have a lot of time to do streaming things. If you've not caught up, I have been streaming on Twitch for a few months now. I'm just going to quickly pause while I extend the plan over here. We'll keep... Do we want double lines covering this? We might want double lines covering this, because this is currently the main branch. It's not really going to be a problem. We may adjust things later. You can always remove lines and branches, and I'll explain the game a bit more. More importantly, though, streaming schedules. So, I've been streaming on Twitch now as my predominant service for quite some time. A few months back, I prefer it, and even though I do the convenience of streaming on YouTube is definitely a thing, I have now definitely got myself onto Twitch at this point, and I'm probably not going to be streaming on YouTube for the foreseeable future unless things and circumstances change. Let's just add this line in here and carry on. Actually, I don't think we need to... Yeah, let's do something along this sort of line. So just skip that, do that. So there we go. So we have two kind of efficient lines doing both the same things. Okay. So yeah. Going forward, I am going to be streaming exclusively on Twitch. We're still going to have our Tiles of Confusion nights. We're still going to have our random Friday streams. But obviously, I have 3 days to do this for the rest of the holidays. Obviously, Christmas Eve, I might be able to do something, but I can't promise I will. But I'd like to do a stream until Christmas. At least I know some people, half the world at least, will have already had Christmas at that point. But besides the point... actually, no, let's not do that. Let's have this do a thing up to there, maybe? Yeah, we'll do that. So we have our central hub station. We have 3 lines doing a thing. Carry on. So I'm probably not going to do a stream on the 24th. I'm unlikely to do a stream on the 25th, though it might be possible I end up doing something random and silly. But every day after that, we're probably going to do an evening stream. I'm going to do some more Valkyria Chronicles because I like the game. I'm going to do more Graveyard Keeper. And, of course, we're going to have a Mahjong night on the Friday, which will be an extended Mahjong night. You know, we'll just start from, say, 6 PM, or we'll keep going, 6 PM GMT, obviously, and keep going until we feel we want to stop. Okay. So that's our one tunnel. We can always remove that tunnel and replace it later, but it looks like it's going to have to be our one tunnel. The challenge in this mode is to deliver 1,000 passengers using only one tunnel. So we're getting a new train, and we will gain a new line. We, however, don't want to necessarily use it. We just want to keep it in reserve until we need it. Okay. So yeah, Mahjong there. At some point, we're going to do our probably yearly return to Dungeons of Dreadmore, because I love the game so much. And let's keep that going there. Nice little extension. We don't have any particular worries at this stage. It's just that's a long line to go from there. It might even be worth just sort of trimming this down, going to there instead, and then having that there. Saves a stop, means the line is more efficient, and we get across the river more frequently. So yeah, we'll do our stream until 2019 as well. Again, half the world will have already had 2019 by that stage, but, you know, feel free to tell me that, point things out, and we'll carry on, have fun regardless. Sounds like a plan. But obviously leaves 3 blank days. One of them will probably be Dungeons of Dreadmore of some kind. We'll probably do a multiplayer racing stream. I'd like to get a lot more people involved than we normally get, but obviously it depends on what games are available and what things are happening. We'll probably do some more Worms WMD on one of them. And then we'll probably do a tabletop thing, because I'd like to continue playing Betrayal Legacy. But anyway, I've randomly splitted off 7 potential games, 7 potential days. I don't know what we're doing on streaming until 2019, but most likely they'll be Jackbox related. Either way, each of these will probably start earlier than usual, depending on what's happening around myself, obviously. But yeah, that is our current plan. So, Now that I've explained the rough streaming plan for the next week, which is very rough, I might even just write a random descriptor, but I'm going to say start at 6. I'll be on Twitch. Link in the description, things. Join me if you feel like it. Okay. So let's do that. So we've got a long yellow line not doing a lot, it has to be said, and that's not ideal, especially with a lot of congestion on this line. So what we might do here is see if we can make this red line work for us a bit better. So rather than necessarily doing that, we go that to there, cut this back to here, and do a ring there. So that will go and cover all of these. We then still have our yellow line, which will... I don't think it needs to do that, actually. Yeah, so the yellow line goes from there around to there, and we'll grab this, and then we'll use our blue line to counter those for the moment. Make sure that's got that. Nope. We do want it to be connected there, and we do want to make sure that's connected there as well. Okay. So a bit of redesign. But that should hopefully cover all of our tricky parts and means that the red line at least will now just go round in circles. Currently we've only got the 3 shapes to worry about, but eventually we will have others to trouble us as well. So this blue line is getting a little more tricky. We've got to be careful with this because the blue line is the only one that's going to be able to deal with this side of the river. Okay, let's actually speed things on a little bit here because there's no point in going at this slow speed. At least for the time being. There are things we'll have to worry about, certainly, but getting a new locomotive. Let's gain another carriage, actually. So what we can do here is we can actually add additional train lines so they can carry 12 rather than 6. So that's just a reserve in case we need to get especially busy. And you can already see the blue line is getting a little bit silly at this point. And in fact, it's going to need to do that. Yeah. So let's add another carriage onto this. Because it's already at the point where it needs that many. It might even be worth us just putting an extra line here to just try and cover this bit off. Alright, so that's changed to the star line. So we now have to worry about people needing to go there. This means this is going to be a bit of a hub station and might be our problem point coming forward. So, what can I do to change things? So we could do a blue line to just cover some of this. Go there, 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 and there. So that strikes through the middle. It means we can then ignore this, save some time on our dark blue line. And it means we've got an additional connection into this. We can also potentially stretch the yellow one out there if we want to. But obviously there's only one star station and everybody will need to get to that. And we don't want it all coming through here if we can avoid it. Also, that's a nice little extension for our light blue line. That's a reasonable thing that it can do on its back and forth. It's also, the dark blue line, the light blue line rather, has a connection to all of the available station types, which is important. Okay, so that's changed to another square. That's not too much of a problem, actually. That's just something we could potentially do to change that along. Because if we did that instead, then cut that out of there. So it misses that one, uses that one. It means this is less of a hub station and won't be as critical if things go wrong. This dark blue line, though, is getting a little dodgy. I'm a little concerned about it. Yeah, there's a lot building up there. All right, let's reduce that one. Have the main blue line do this. I think that's a long blue, but all right, grab a new locomotive. So the interchange. So this is where we get the sort of hub station upgrades. However, I'd almost prefer an extra line at this point. So let's go with that. Okay, so that then compresses this down. Yeah, the only thing we don't have to worry about there for the star line, wouldn't we? Okay, that'll do. Okay, another bit there. We can just extend the red into that. So our circle line goes a bit further. 214. We need to deliver 1,000. And we can't have any station that goes into overcrowded. Once it has more than 6 passengers, it counts as overcrowded. And I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to help our line out here a bit. Because the blue is the longest one, we want to try and improve it by just adding extra people in. Ah. That's going to be a problem. Okay, so we're going to slow down time here. So we've got a few things we can consider doing. Firstly, though, we can't use this because we only have the one tunnel. So this will immediately say we have too many tunnels and can't build this. However, we could just disconnect this entire side of it for temporary purposes just to get... Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. This is not going to work. We need a station out here rather urgently. Yeah, that's gonna screw up the challenge at this point. Oh, darn it. We can do that. Then extend that down there. I mean, it's going to leave a square passenger unable to do things, but we're going to have to temporarily set things up, I think. You can head up there. Why did you not pick up the square passenger? You can take the square passenger. Fine. Okay. So my thought here is that we're basically just going to use temporary connections and rebuildings to get this going. Also means our dark blue line is no longer the efficient monster it was, but... There we go. Now get that across... to there. Yeah, we're just never going to be able to deal with that star, are we? Okay. Undo that. This is a little cheeky, but it does kind of work. Maybe. What do we need? We need to set triangles and circles, don't we? Alright, locomotive. We will take an extra line. So we have the pink line available now. Multiple squares required. Okay. So let's stretch the red line out to there. Let's get some of those delivered, and that's up to 3. Okay. So let's undo this. Get that up to there, and let's see. The more squares that gets, the harder that's going to actually be to deal with. And now we've got another important station that we need to worry about. So let's grab that to there. And let's get this over to a square, actually. Yep, there we go. That'll do. That will allow it to fix its square problem temporarily. Also, this is now going to have to be a hub station. Also, I've just noticed that is a problem. Okay. Let's put another train on... Actually, it's going to pick that up relatively soon anyway. Alright, problems have started. Okay. Let's undo that. I said undo that. Undo that. Get that done. We'll then have a pink line do this to this to this. And that should hopefully fix that immediate problem up there. Alright, another random yellow, so we'll do that up there. Okay, we badly need a station here. All right, now that's gone like that, we will undo that and ping that across to there. Yay. Okay. Right, we get that done, and then we'll start panicking. Right, put that on the red line. We're going to put that on the yellow and get that ring roaded. And then we're just going to look at the pure number of people we got there. Sorting themselves out here. Okay, another carriage. Alright, so in order to potentially save us a little bit of bother here, let's go and do that. Get that sorted out, then get a... We don't have an extra line. I suppose we can dismantle the pink line for the moment. Then put the pink line in here. Get another couple of things done. It's entirely this bit of the under river that's really the problem for me. Okay. Undo that little bit of pink line. Let's then get that disconnected. And since they can't really do much, let's go... I mean, that's fine, I guess, but doesn't really help us. All right, let's just remove the green line. Entirely, we do not need a green line right now. What we need... What we need is something to deal with that. Okay, since that's become massively important, we're going to do that. Alright, that needs to happen there just to fix that. Yeah, okay. Get one of those sorted. I'm just literally spinning plates right now. This is the entire plan. Just don't let them get to a position where it's really doomed. That looks like a position that might end up being really doomed. Okay. Couple of connection bits there. Let's remove you lot for the time being. Go something like that. That didn't work out because it's done the thing there. Do that instead. Oh, we got problems. We got problems. Okay. Panic. Yep, that's getting overcrowded. But we've got a train approaching imminently. Okay, that's fine. We don't have an interchange, do we? No. We do have an extra line, though, we could set up. But I need to do that here just initially to get one passenger sorted. Okay, so we're going to randomly... We're going to disconnect this as it goes. Get that established. Random extra bit of nonsense there. New locomotive. Let's take an extra line. So we get the brown line. Okay. So 700 passengers. I can't connect in there. Do that. Yeah, okay, so that gives us a bit of extra cover for our unique stations. Yes, we don't speak about you. So everything up to there. Okay, now we can actually do this darn thing. So get you to there, get you to there, and now we have a hub station. Oh dear. I have one carriage. Be quick, be quick, be quick, be quick, be quick, be quick. Oh, another problem. Okay, darn it. Add that in there. Nothing's going to get there in time, is it? No, you'll get there in time, but you don't have anything to drop off. The plates are being spun. The plates are being spun. We're only 300 passengers away from victory. But nothing is stopping this. Okay, hold on. What trains have we got anywhere near it? Right, the green line is fine. Drop that off. And go there. Alright, problems are starting up everywhere, but the plate spinning is not working. Okay. So now back to here. Resolve that. Where's our pink train? Wrong end of the board. Anything I can do about that? Not really. I suppose I can move you down. Oh, we've got another critical station over there now. Alright, once the brown passengers are picked up from there, we'll move that across. We will adjust. We will adapt, and we will attempt to improve. Also, just realised that pink line doesn't have a triangle, so we might as well connect that in. Okay. I don't like you. You're the worst. Alright, well, there's nothing there right now, so... Okay, done it. That looks silly. It looks ridiculous. But it doesn't need an extra tunnel. Alright. So we got this as a problem station. We got that as a imminent disaster approaching. We got additional imminent disasters approaching. But we're nearly at 1,000. New locomotive. New interchange. Okay, so we can use the interchange to try and cover some things. So we upgrade the station means it doesn't take as much. It can take more congestion, but I think we're going to save that for an emergency right now. The emergency likely to be included in that. Okay, that's a quick connection. That dropped people off. Okay, we're about to lose the game, but we're so close. No, we're still about to lose the game. 1,000, come on. 1,000, got there. Okay. Just about in time. This green line, by the way, isn't ridiculous. We'll see how far we can get, but I'm not expecting to get much further. Yep, that's overcrowded. Game is over. Overcrowding at this station has forced us to close. 1,034 passengers. 51 days. Not the neatest of games, of course, but we started well. And then we just had the ridiculousness of the other side of the river. So, update video away. Until next time.